first time that I hugged my father was at my high school graduation. I was damn near a man. The little boy in me wanted to hold on so desperately despite awkwardly feeling like I was holding on to a stranger. Which was ironic because I was always known as my father's doppelganger. I mean, when my mother saw me, I couldn't help but see a hint of disdain in the tint of her eyes. I recognized that her pain saw him. And that's why whenever I hear shit like, "Look at you, you just a chip off the old block, ain't you?" That shit always left a chip on my shoulder. I mean, not that I didn't like him, I just didn't want to be like him, the reflection of a man cast in mirrors that have been shattered by a rolling stone. So clearly he couldn't see himself clear enough to recognize God within himself, so why would I have expected him to see me? Perhaps in those shards of glass, he didn't see a piece of me. He saw me as his reckoning, without realizing that I was his blessing. His second chance to become a better man I'll never know. Just like I never knew if my love for him and his love for me was in sync, or if it had just been rinsed off on a faucet of reality that drifts nothingness into an empty basin. Like I remember not remembering him, but recall seeing his chess move so fucking heartless, leaving me as a sacrifice piece in this manipulative game that he played to maintain his own peace. My father taught me how to play chess, and I focused on how he was moving so that I wouldn't become him, the type of man that uses queens as pawns. If he would have taken those nights to focus on me, teach me how to take a L and turn it into my best move, or how to move as a black man in these white spaces, he captured my heart, but took a rain check when it came to teaching me to reign as a king. I had to learn that shit on my own in this game of life, and now I say proud with my whole chest, checkmate, nigga, cause I am a king. And I wish I could say that because of his presence as opposed to his absence, but I've since learned to appreciate our long-distance relationship. Grown as me, I still look forward to his calls. 6-year-old me wondering if that notification sound could possibly be him, and the 17-year-old me chimes in to talk us off the ledge and back behind this flood wall that we built to protect us from a wave of expectations that I've seen crash into my mother's face so many times. The river that she cried, the same river where I learned to sink or swim, down in the deep end of rejection. I inhaled and held a deep breath of inflated emotions that keep my head above water and dogpiled until I came to be sure of myself. But it sure would have been nice to have had him pick me up and dry me off under the sun, him raising me instead of me being a raisin in the sun like a dream deferred. Perhaps I wouldn't have felt so much like Langston Hughes with the motherfucking attitude. You see, I allowed that chip on my shoulder to grow bolder, till it felt as though I was bearing the weight of the world on my shoulders, and at last, I let go and let it roll off by forgiving him. And that's when this chip off the old block became the cornerstone to the building blocks to this skyscraper of a man, but never tall enough to eclipse the light of being the sun. So no shade, Pops. It's all love.